The sun was born here. It rose first on our soil, found its cadence in our drums, its glow in our gold, its pulse in the footsteps of our ancestors, trading across deserts and building kingdoms and charting stars. And still, the tales spun about us were narrow: aid, crisis, charity. But Africa is not a problem to solve. We know that Africa is unstoppable. And today, we know that we are the marketplace of tomorrow. So why trade our harvest raw only to pay a king's ransom for another man's feast? We must add value to copper veins, cobalt dream and iron will, to forge it into a bridge for our future. Look north. The desert sun is no longer a watcher, it is a worker, lighting homes across the seas. And here at home, no child of Africa should bow to a candle's flicker while the sun blazes above their head. We have the rivers, the winds, and the waves waiting to serve their brilliance. And watch our unstoppable continent shine. Oh, our unstoppable continent shine. Gold can be measured in ounces, but what measure can hold a sound that makes the world dance? What scale can weigh a style that turns heads from Paris to Pretoria? Our culture is no ornament, it is power. When Afrobeat shakes the stadium, policy listens and markets open and the world leans closer. Think of our innovation. FinTech rewriting the language of money, youth coding futures in lines the world will one day recite like scripture. And yes, we carry scars. Conflict, displacement, the weight of colonial ghosts, but even these are clay in our hands. We reshape them into lessons, into movements, into blueprints for a different kind of power, because Africa has never only been what was done to it. Africa is what it dares to do next, and today we dare to be unstoppable. The continent itself is a cathedral, a congregation, a wildfire, 1.4 billion strong, young enough to imagine, old enough to remember, and brave enough to build. Our youth is not a weakness. We make Africa unstoppable. Look at AFCFTA, once just a dream, now a drumbeat across the continent. One market, one borderless vision of trade and trust, a chorus of possibility, loud enough to shake the old maps. This is remembrance. This is Africa refusing to be fragmented, refusing to trade in pieces when wholeness is our greatest wealth. In 2022, the seeds of the Global Africa Business Initiative were planted to change the story of Africa, to grow a table where the world looks us eye to eye as partners. Gabi convenes, Gabi connects, Gabi champions, and Gabi catalyzes for Africa. Africa is not waiting to be included, Africa is already leading. And African leaders must no longer battle with what is sacred, for Africa brings with her promise of a future the world cannot afford to ignore. Africa is unstoppable, and across languages, the echo rises. You cannot stop the sun from shining. Different tongues and one truth. We push, we create, we shape, because the story of an unstoppable Africa is not written in isolation, it is co-authored. Through investments that recognize value, through collaborations that honor dignity, through alliances that know that when Africa rises, the world does not lose its game. The world is in a transition, and as the earth embraces for another big push, Africa is the solution the world has been searching for to power it. So when Africa is unstoppable, the future itself becomes unstoppable. Thank you very much.